Like I remember like when I was younger, like it just used to be like so like it felt like enchanted, but now yeah, like magical and stuff, but it's not magical anymore. I mean it is, but it's like it doesn't have like that childhood like whimsical feeling.
So where do you think the magic went, Jaden?
I don't know. It's just like as you get older, like it kind of just it doesn't go away because like it doesn't go away, but it kind of like dulls as
It
you
just
get
means
older.
that you're an adult now and that you pass that on to your children.
I guess, but like at the same time, like I do like I wish like it felt the same because like I'm still having fun and like I still like I love being around my family and stuff like that, but I don't know, like I guess the presents were like really fun when I was younger too. I guess like that was like the hugest part, like having like all the presents and stuff like that. Even though I still get gifts, like it wasn't anything like how it was when I was younger. Especially now that I have like Jordan and Jackson. Like when I went to go look at the tree this morning, like majority of those gifts were Jordan and Jackson's, and it was
Oh wow,
even though like
wow! And how did you feel about that, Jaden?
it wasn't like terrible because like mom has been buying me stuff this whole month. You know, like she bought me so much stuff this month, but like
So you've already had your Christmas.
basically, basically, but it's also my birthday, so it's like
Oh wow. Well, maybe that's part of it too. So how did you feel when you went to your grandparents' house and they didn't have anything under the tree for you?
I wasn't.
Were
too
you
shocked.
expecting anything?
I honestly don't know. Like, I think I was expecting at least like one thing,
Oh wow.
Something. I'm gonna get you that.
but you guys didn't expect me to be here today. So like, as soon as you guys were like, "Oh, you're here," I was like, "Oh, there's nothing under the tree."
I
for
didn't
me.
think you was gonna be here, but still, even if knowing you was gonna be here, I don't think I'd have had anything under the tree for you. To me, Christmas are for those little kids.
Honestly,
Okay,
you're never too old to celebrate Christmas.
you can celebrate, but that don't mean you have to celebrate with gifts.
We need to have Nana right here.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna get you a backpack to go back to school with, a nice leather backpack.
Oh, yes. That's actually an amazing idea because I was just saying how I needed a new book bag for school. Even though next semester, like, did you know? My friend went to go get her new books, right? And the lady was telling us that if you don't use your books in class and you hand them back in the first 14 days, you get a 100% money back.
If you don't use your
Yeah, I
books,
just heard you swallow. Yeah.
well, guess what? You should get 100% because I don't think you're using your books
No.
at all. At all. You should get 100% back on all of your books.
First of all, I do use my books, okay? And it was only like the first 14 days, I think. It was like you can get your money back and stuff like that. But I had no clue. I know that you can turn them back in this school year for like just like a certain amount, but like I didn't know you could get like your whole money back in the first 14 days. So like if my books are still in the wrapper in the first 14, like after the 14 days are up, I'm about to return them.
Mm.
Cause they were like, if you're not using them after that, you're probably not gonna use them at all. Even though I don't know how true that is, because like, no, because when I was doing my writing and inquiry, I never even had to use that book. It's still in the wrapper right now. I don't like, so I don't know.
My test.
Our next topic of discussion can be driving.
Okay, well, let's talk about driving then. What about driving?
Okay, I just feel like I made a new friend, right? And I was telling him how like I don't really work, I don't really drive or nothing like that. And like he was like, okay, so let me get this straight. You don't work,
Right.
you don't drive.
Right.
And I was just like,
What kind of a woman are you? You don't work, you don't drive. Jesus Christ. You know what? If I met a woman on the streets or wherever in class school like that, and let's say she was attractive, and she
Right.
tells me, "Oh, I don't work, I don't drive." Hey, look, I'm out. I'm out.
look, I was explaining my situation and I was like, even though I feel like I probably should have been driving like way earlier, like
Well, you're young.
right. Some people don't start driving till like
Waited.
yeah, I know. Like, and I was always a car rider. I was always a bus rider. Like, I always had some form of transportation. And like, it's just now hitting me that like, wow, like I kind of need to just start driving because, like, all those privileges that I had going to like high school and middle school and stuff like that, like they were taken away when I started going to college. So. I don't know. I'm gonna get my permit soon, and then when I told him I was getting my permit, he was like, "Oh, you're just getting your permit," and I was like,
Wow.
"Oh my god!"
Right.
I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
I've been driving since I was 15 and a half.
Some of my friends have been like, I have like this one friend. I'm not gonna put nobody's name on here, but I have this one friend and like she's been driving for like since she was like a kid, like 10.
10.
Yeah, like, and there was one time, like, her parents had an emergency and she had to drive, like, their big old truck.
Wow.
And I'm just like, and I'm just hearing,
Some kids live out in the country. They drive like that.
well,
They live in the country.
and I'm just like, wow, like, I don't know. When I was younger, I used to drive a lot. Like, I used to, like, practice drive. But, like, the past, like, 3 years, I really haven't been driving that much.
Well, let's think about something here, Jaden.
Right.
You how old are you?
I'm 19. I just turned 19, like,
19.
2 weeks ago.
You let's see. You're in school.
Right.
You don't have a job.
Ouch. Yes.
You're really working on this video. You don't have a job,
Right.
like you told a young man. Let's see. What you tell him? You don't have a job. You don't work.
Right.
So, what is your future like?
Well, right now I'm a full time student. So
I said
it's
your
like,
future. I didn't say right now.
I'm trying to get into that. Okay, so I'm in school for dental hygiene, and that's what I want to do. So like, even though I'm not working right now, like soon I'm gonna be getting like hands-on experience at school, even though it's not an actual job. Like it's preparing me for the future, and that's like dental hygiene, I guess.
So you going to get a job at school?
Well, no, it's not. It's not really a job. It's just like part of the curriculum. Like you gotta like like work on people and dummies and stuff like that, so that you can be prepared.
Will
for
you be getting paid for that?
I don't think so. I'm paying to be there.
So who's paying your way right now? That's what I want. I mean,
Financial aid.
clothes and
Oh, my dad mostly.
your dad.
I mean, my
What
mom.
if your dad cut you off?
I would 100% have to get a job. I would have to get a job.
100%.
Like even though mom, she's a huge help, and like she's like lately, like she's definitely been like paying for like almost everything I've needed. Like throughout the whole like year, usually it's my dad.
Yeah, you think that's fair?
Yes, it is because my mom is the one that I live with, and like if I live with my dad, then he would be spending like a lot more than what he's giving me a month right now. Okay?
So you think it's fair for your mom to get up every morning and go to work and pay for everything that you get, all your personals?
Well, most of the time it's my father, but since it's December, yes, it is fair because it's my birthday month and it's Christmas, so it's like.
So that makes it fair.
Yes.
Wow.
Even and like dad is still sending me money, so it's like now it's like both parents are chipping in for the things that I want, not just necessities. So it's like.
So when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see a big old S over top of your head?
Like the money sign?
That stands for selfish. Now, I don't mean an S with two lines going down through it.
No, that's not.
You don't think you're a little bit on the selfish side?
No, because I'm the kid.
You're not a kid. You're a grown ass woman.
Okay.
19 years old.
Dad doesn't want me to get a job. Okay.
Dad doesn't want you to get a job. So does Dad have what is an allotment coming to a bank account for you?
I don't even know what that is, but I don't think so.
Wow.
Like usually a month, like I'm probably getting like $250 like on an average from dad a month, but
$250 a month.
Honestly, that is not a lot of money when it comes to
exactly right.
Lifting. It's a lot of money when I'm not lifting to and from school, but when I'm lifting to and from school, that will literally blow in like 3 weeks. Because like if I have to like pay for food some days, I gotta lift 3 times a week, and then I gotta give 20 to my friend that drives me home.
So why don't you get a job?
Because my dad doesn't want me to work. And it's
so you don't have a job because your dad doesn't want you to work, really?
And it's like this semester I already.
Are you actually telling me that?
Yes.
Wow.
Let me explain further because like this semester has really shown me that like maybe I should not be working like unless I really have to, because like I was already struggling just with school. So it's like and like a lot of my friends do work and a lot of my friends do have jobs, and they juggle their classes and their school, but some of them had like 2 or 3 classes. I had 5, and I feel like that's a lot when it comes to school and working. Okay. Especially like with the workload, even though Nana was saying it's not that much, but it was a lot for me. Okay. So it's like I don't know, like I do want to make my own money, and when I was making my own money, it was like very rewarding, but I don't know if I can juggle all that.
Making your own money doing what?
I was working at the orthodontist with mom for like a summer.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
Yeah,
okay.
like 2 years ago now.
So didn't that feel good? Did you get that paycheck?
It did. It was like $240 average, like 2 weeks. And it was like, I don't know, like sometimes I think back to that and I was like, I was making like almost $500 a month, and it's like, I don't know. Like sometimes I do want a job because it's like not dad isn't unreliable, but it's like you never really know how much money he's gonna give me, you know?
Mm.
And it's like I feel bad asking for like a set amount, but at the same time, like I don't think the needs are being met with just the amount of money that he's sending me. And like that's why I've been spending like my fast food money. Like I've been chipping some off, but like I've chipped off a lot. I've chipped off like a lot. So it's like I don't know. Like I think it maybe like and like I know towards like March or April, I'm probably gonna have to get a job because dad said he's going back to school, but I don't know, like my face is so sweaty.
So that's the bright lights. You got to get used to those bright lights. I'm gonna tell you, that's life right there, because the lights are always gonna be shining on you. You know.
Yeah, I know. They already do. Like
And you're not gonna always have something to dab with. So what are you? Let's see. You're 19 years old.
right.
Generation. What do they call you?
Z, I think.
A B C. The A B, the alphabet generation.
Pop,
Y'all everything.
I'm not gonna have this conversation
You're
with
gay. You're straight. You're unisex. You're just.
Well, unisex
you
is
got
not a sexuality.
you guys are all over the place, right?
Sure.
You date girls, you date boys, you date two at a time. I mean, y'all just all over the place, right?
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's it. I call them the alphabet.
I'm gonna take a selfie.
Y'all the alphabet generation.
I am not. I like that is not true.
Okay. I'm not saying you per se, but I'm just saying.
I mean, not even just me, like, just in general, like, there are a lot of closed-minded people my age, like, a lot of them. So it's like, even though there's, like, a lot of people that are, like part of the LGBTQ, there's, like, just as many people my age that are, like, totally against that, you know?
Let me ask you a question, because we're going to wrap this thing up now. You're 19 years old.
Right.
Are you registered to vote?
Yes, I am.
Do you follow the news any at all with, what's going on with your rights as a citizen and you being a woman, what they call it, birth with the, the women with birth control and all that kind of stuff. And
Right.
I mean, you know what's going on with that.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I definitely could educate myself some more.
You need to. You need to educate yourself. Because really, your vote counts. Okay? And
Right.
when you vote, you need to know what you're voting for. You need to know who's running for office, who's
Right.
running for president. You got some people that are running for president that may have some influence on the different kind of laws we live under.
Right.
Say like you, for instance, with Social Security and medical care and all of that. They're trying to cut all of that out for you.
Right.
Like right now, you go to the doctor. You basically don't have to pay anything, do you?
Not really.
Well, like I said, you got some people that's running for office that wants to stop that. So that means if you get sick and you have to go to the doctor, guess what? You got to pay for that.
Oh.
And medical care is very, very expensive.
Right.
Yeah, I'm serious. Very expensive. And most of these people that are making these laws, they are rich millionaires and billionaires. They don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
okay?
they don't understand.
So you need to get smart. You need to get your friends smart. We're coming up on election period next year.
Right.
So you need to know who to vote for, who, that's going to be taking care of your interest.
Right.
Okay? All right. Anything else you want to say before we wrap this up? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to wrap it up.
I don't have anything in particular to say. I actually, this is actually kind of fun. Like, I do plan on, like, maybe potentially doing this with my friends because, like, well, a lot of them do seem interested. So it's like, maybe I could have, like, one over here at a
Sure
time.
you can.
And it's like,
We
just-
got, let's see, we have mics for, one. We could have one there, one there, one there, one there, even one on this corner.
Oh, so we can have, like,
Or you can do remote, You could sit there and you could do a remote on Zoom or whatever, know.
right. They don't even have to be here. But I feel like, I
Right.
don't know, it's more personal when they're actually in the room.
It is. But we got to make sure COVID ain't going and flu's not going. And you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I know y'all like to get closer, all up in each other's faces and all that. All that kind of stuff,
I do not, but
So
okay.
is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to myself because I'm amazing.
Wow. Really? That's why I said when you look in the mirror, what do you see? What do you see? when you look in the mirror? Do you say, "Oh, damn, you're so gorgeous"?
No, actually,
you say
yes.
that?
You're always supposed to hype yourself up. Like, even on your bad days. Like, I'm having a bad day right now. I have this super big pimple on my
Well,
face.
you know what? If you're in the pointer to it, nobody will never know. But hey, everybody, look, she's got a pimple on her face. Wow, that is so ugly. You know?
But that's really how it feels. But, like, you can't think that way. You got to think, like, wow, like, even though I have a pimple on my face, I'm still amazing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to think that way sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Anybody you want to give a shout out to? Personal shout out.
Shout out to my friend Tiana that I'm going to Florida with tomorrow to visit
Hey,
my dad.
Kiana. Who else?
Kiana, it's Tiana.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tiana with a capital T. Who else?
Shout out to who else can I think of that deserves a shout out? Maybe like
All those friends you have, and the only person you can think about, you said Tiana?
Yeah.
That's the only person you can think about.
Maybe
Tiana.
like shout out to Jaden. We haven't talked in
Jalen.
like 2 or 3
Hey,
days.
Jalen.
I don't know what she got going on, but
Uh-huh.
she's like real. So
All right, real.
even though she
Jalen.
doesn't celebrate Christmas, I hope she's having a happy holidays.
What's going on, Jalen? Is that her name, Jalen?
Yes, you've met her before.
Oh yeah, I remember Jalen. I don't remember Jalen. Who's Jalen?
She was here like last year. Like she came to like measure herself and like she. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember her. I do.
She was like maybe like one of my only friends besides Krisani. Oh,
Kasani. I remember Kasani. Yeah.
Krisani actually came over the other day and bought my birthday gifts over it. And it was like a cute little sweater and like a cup and some
So
other stuff.
me, you, and Kasani supposed to be cooking or something, right? Kimchi, or is that one? She's the one who want to learn how to make kimchi.
No, that was Jalen, but I'm pretty sure
Jalen.
Krisani would be down too. But
Well, I have a video if they want to know how to make kimchi, but you know we could always make it right here at the house.
right, and you know Jalen's a vegan, so she was just too she didn't want none of that fish oil or none of like the fish flakes, nothing like that.
Fish oil.
I don't
with
know.
the kimchi.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you wouldn't even know it's in there. It's just fish oil just gives it a kind of a it doesn't taste like fish.
She don't want anything to do with meat, dairy. She don't want none.
She wouldn't even know it's in there. Well, so what is she, a vegetarian?
Yes. No, she's a vegan. She doesn't eat no dairy, no meat, no nothing.
What the hell does she eat then?
Well, she eats food.
Wood?
Okay? Like,
go around and bite and bark off of trees?
no, we can actually go to the same restaurants and eat and sit down, but like her food is like 100% plant-based. Like she doesn't eat anything besides plant-based foods.
So if you go to a restaurant with her, she got her own bag with like a meal feed bag that she straps on her head and she eat out of. Huh?
No, she doesn't.
So what does she eat when you go to the restaurant?
Like let's
Seriously.
say like if
they don't have vegan meals like that
yes,
at
they
restaurants.
do. Yeah, they actually do. Okay, like when
Get out of here. And she don't know what they're putting in that stuff.
That's what I be thinking sometimes. They could make it on the same place they make the regular food at, but you can only believe that you can only hope that they're making like, you know, the stuff that like for example like at Chipotle, like they have a vegan option at Chipotle, like like you know for the meat option you can have like I don't even know what it's called, but they have like a non-meat option for the like your meat if you're a vegan or whatever, and then like. I think maybe that's why she kind of favors Asian food because there's a lot of like recipes that really don't need meat, you know? So like I've been to almost like every Asian restaurant here, like in this past year, really. Like I'm so serious. Like, so it's like every restaurant we've been to, she's got a vegan option. And it's like if they don't, like sometimes they don't have it though. So it's like we have to go somewhere else. But like most of the time, like she knows like every place that has a vegan option, literally like. And it's real food, okay? It's not just like carrots and celery just mixed up in a bag, okay?
Tofu and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like tofu and stuff like that. Like, that's really that. But I'm not a huge fan of tofu unless it's like in miso soup. That's it.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up, Jaden, for today, okay?
Yippee!
Thanks for coming on the Voices podcast show.
Wow, you're welcome.
And next time, if you want to bring a friend, bring a friend.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to get something going when I come back from Florida.
All right. Well, I'm going to wish you a good trip.
Okay, thank you.
Safe trip. Don't spend all your money. Well, all your dad's money, should I say. You don't have any money. You spending other folks' money, right?
Sort of, kinda.
You spending everybody else's money. So, you know, I hope you have a safe trip. And to everybody out there, my name is Ed from the E Spot. This is Voices Podcast. And I'm going to say peace.
Peace.